Hello, Beat Baseball World. Welcome back to the Beat Ball Blues Show, where we are having our first ever TBBS mashup, baby. But first, you gotta know who the hosts are. That's me, Neil D.A.W.G. Joined up, mashed up with my man Seth Bam Bam Clark. Seth, oh, what up?
What's happening?
How are you?
I'm good, man. I always thought when we did a show like this, a Family Feud format, would have been good. Did you hear that?
No. I heard something. I heard a buzz, but by saying that, you give the impression that we're going to have a contest of some sort.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's what it's about, man. Instead of just have some structure to it and all that stuff, man. Who doesn't like a contest, man? That's why we're all here. That's why we're all beat ball fans. We like contests. We like competition.
True enough, but unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, I think most of the contest tonight is going to be trash talking. So we may as well get to it. We are going to cover lots of stuff. We'll talk about the successful tournament that was just completed over the weekend in Athens, Georgia. But first, we're going to talk about the big battle of Illinois coming up this weekend. And we have with us members from the Chicago Comets and the members of the Gateway Archers. What up, everybody?
What up?
What up?
What's up?
Oh, God.
We have to give you a rundown. We have from the Gateway Archers. I need to slow down so I enunciate. And I got to say, before I introduce this man, that I'm disappointed to have him on the show already in April of this year, because now he's going to have the Zoom link for the rest of the year. But Mr. Demetrius Morrow is with us from the Archers.
Yeah.
We've got Kimberly Blumenthal from the Archers. We've got Jason Frazier from the Archers, and of course Chad Dillon is on the show for like the 7 billionth time from the Chicago Comets. We got Mr. Richie Schultz, the all-star himself. We got my girl Kiki Jackson and her man Mr. Jackson in the house with us. And of course, where would we be without White Lightning in the house? Welcome back.
Hello.
Welcome back, Dustin.
Hey, Neil,
yes, sir.
I got a question. There's no reason that you introduced the Archers first, is there?
Yeah, there is a reason.
Yeah. There's
no reason. Just throwing it out there, bro.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Because I had to make my comment about Demo having the Zoom link. Because that guy, if he knows we're recording, he tries to sneak in on us, and he's almost caught us a couple times. I get emails if somebody logs into my Zoom account and I'm not in there. And every once in a while, after we're done with the show, I get this: Demetrius Morrow has joined your Zoom meeting. Like that little punk, man. So now he's got the link for the rest of the year. Not that he wouldn't have found it some other way. So I have one question to start out this battle of Illinois. And it's going to involve Chad and White Lightning, so they are disqualified from answering the question. But to everybody else, would we be having this game if these two didn't do so much to draw attention to themselves on Facebook?
No, I don't think so.
Of course.
No.
It's St. Louis and Chicago. Of course we would be having this game. We too close to each other. Playing each other.
Yeah. I knew you'll come.
Stop talking, we wouldn't have these problems.
Yeah.
And if it's the Battle of Illinois, if St. Louis wins it, do they got to change their name to?
I think so. They need to be Illinois Archers.
Chicago got to change their name to Little Archers.
What do you say?
Chicago got to change their name to Little Archers.
Little Archers.
No.
Junior Archers. Junior Archers. No.
Seth, any thoughts?
I'm just amazed. I'm just amazed that there's so much buzz and so much excitement for a 12 and 13.
Oh, don't you dare! Don't you dare say that! I'm so tired of that.
That's how you feel.
Teams that finished in the top 5 in decades, man. I'm proud that you guys got all this going on.
These two teams finished in the top 10 last year.
Right.
Above your heat.
Yeah.
It was your heat that finished 12th.
He's always talking about 12th place. It's because that's the place his team finished, not our team's.
Hey, we're not talking about the Heat right now. We're talking about you guys. We're not talking about the. I do believe the Heat won a tournament this last weekend. I'm just saying, but I don't know if any of you guys were there.
We will talk that tournament over, but we should wait until towards the end of the show. I don't think anybody's waiting for the results of that tournament at this point.
Didn't the Archers get blown out? I watched some of the game, but I'm just I don't remember.
Before we take this too far with the trash talk, Mr. Frazier, I'd like you to speak on kind of how this, because I believe you're tied in with the Mind's Eye, and they're a sponsor of this. Like, how's this whole Battle of Illinois? How'd all this get going?
So to kind of give some clarification, because most people say like Archers, of course, they equate us with St. Louis, but Mind's Eye is actually located in Belleville, Illinois. So our tax ID paperwork for Mind's Eye and the Gateway Archers says Belleville. Earlier this year, we expanded our services, our radio reading service to Springfield, Illinois. So now we're actually in that territory, in that area. And one of the things we talked about doing with this game, with like the programs we offer for blind and visually impaired people in the state, is to bring all the programs to radio reading service. We also do audio description, and we want to actually introduce the area to deep baseball. You have the School for the Blind in Illinois is right basically 20 minutes away from Springfield. A lot of other services that reside in Springfield, a lot of state politicians in Springfield as a capital is there as well. So to get some more knowledge about that to those officials and make sure they're aware of what we're doing and what we're for the sport. So like I said, beat baseball is one of these most fascinating sports. When you tell it to somebody, I'm excited for those who are watching. I was introduced to the sport about 10 years ago when I came to Mind's Eye. We did a once-a-year fundraising tournament. And I was fascinated from that standpoint of seeing the game being played, but now seeing it played at the NBBA level has just opened my eyes to, just more of it and want to expose more people to it. So, of course, Chad and Dustin made this thing a pretty good rivalry, but I think also there are some points to make this a pretty strong awareness event for beat baseball, especially in the state of Illinois. But I like how it's also captured Beat Ball Nation and other people in the beat ball circles as well. So I guess the job was well done on all accounts.
I was talking to Demo about this a little bit earlier today, actually, but I gotta give you and the whole Archers organization credit for like really good public relations. Like you guys really put out some good stuff about what your team's doing, what you're affecting, who's doing what, and I thought it was really cool, like how you guys put your like active roster out, going into this tournament. And I don't know, it's so different from like when Seth and I were playing, as far as all that stuff wasn't an option or whatever, but it's really cool. I
they
think
didn't even have computers when you and Seth were playing.
Seth is still using the first
I would just point out, I was in the championship game in 2017. What about you guys?
You forgot it was 20.
Don't drag them all in because
you forgot it was actually.
I'm just saying.
Actually, 2018. You just old and you forgot.
Wait a minute. We bringing up championships, Neil?
No, not tonight. Unless we're talking about how many. In that case.
Okay. I thought you were going to bring up the one. Yeah.
Richard Schultz, Richard Schultz, let me ask you a serious question. Because actually, when I started playing, I know I talked to like Dave Smolka about this when he was on the show. Like, there was a lot of Chicago involvement. There were multiple teams. There was always 2 and sometimes 3 and 4 Chicago teams. But that like a lot of, like, even the California area has died out a little bit. I would think it's cool for you guys. Yeah. You're laughing at the California part of it. I'm guessing it's cool for you guys to have another team that's closer that you could get a rival going with. No?
So I mean, it's definitely it's really good to have another team that we can do a rivalry with. Unfortunately, during my time of playing, I started in 2003. We haven't had really like another Chicago team or another Illinois team even. And I don't know why. I know back in the 90s they used to have like the Bluff, the Cobras, the Insight. So there was a multitude of teams available in Chicago area. But yeah, it's definitely it is good. I mean, to have these opportunities to play a closer team, but I mean, I you need to ask yourself, is it worth, like I said before, is it worth driving down to give these guys a major butt whipping?
How far is it? How far is it? How far?
Yeah, how far apart are your two?
It's about 3.5 hours, 3 hours.
Like it to a halfway point? Or?
And I mean, gas, the price that it is now, I'm just like, worth it? Just smash these guys like 24-0, and then just like walk away.
Wait, Rich. Yourself, sir, and think twice. I think you better grab up for yourself and think twice. We've been practicing a whole lot longer than you. You just had your first outdoor practice. Come on now.
That's
hey,
like
hold on, Kim. Wait a minute, Kim.
But you guys need it.
Hold on, wait.
We don't.
We know. We got this, but you know what? We know how to turn. We got this. We know how to turn it on. No, we
take Chicago 3 games to score 24 runs.
No. No. Okay.
So,
whatever.
Listen, to the archers, I know that in this tournament over the weekend, you guys went out there with what seemed like a pretty number-wise, like a small roster. You didn't seem to take a lot of depth with you. Will you have more of your pieces to your roster this weekend?
We're at 100%. I mean, I would say 90%. We're going to be missing John Clemens, who played for us last year. He's going to be still out with the injury, but Ethan Johnston and Richie Crussell will be in action this weekend or when this game is played.
That's how worried they are. They had to make sure they had all these big boys
for a little old Springfield scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? This type of tournament.
And then they don't even bring him to like Indiana.
Come on, man. It's not even
Kalari, will you translate what Chris said? I didn't.
Yeah, but Chris is kind of far away from the microphone. It's hard to hear what he said.
Far away. I'm bringing them closer. Go ahead.
They literally need to bring the entire roster to beat a team of 10 who haven't practiced but twice this entire year.
Is that an excuse?
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Yeah, but we gotta have some control because
one at a time.
Hold on. Hey, Kalari, can you turn your camera on so we can see Chris's white flag he's waving? Because your camera's off. We need to see that flag. I can't see the flag.
No.
You guys bring
I can't see his flag. Has he got a white t-shirt on?
Hey,
bring it 11.
You know who's really good? Demo, I have a question for you, bro. Hey, what was the score when we played you guys last year?
Last year?
Demo was on the Jets last year. So are you asking him what the score was when you guys played the Jets?
He's the best person I know.
Chad, I think we beat them. We beat them in Champaign 9-8.
With Dustin scoring
it was 6-5.
walk-off run, right?
Come on, we are not going to brag about something that happened in Champaign, Illinois.
Oh wait, I'm just saying.
Did anybody even
And
know there
then at
was
the
a
World
tournament?
Series,
in Champaign,
what was the score at the
Illinois?
World Series last year? What was the score?
They don't remember.
Whoa, come on, Chad. What was the score? Kim?
Look, you got us 2 games last year.
That's how interesting it was. I don't remember the score. I just know the Comets won.
You got us 2 games last year, I think, and Jason knows, but I think you beat us by 3 or 4 in the World Series. You beat us by 1.
So let me ask you, if they beat you, Archers, if they beat you twice last year, what now has changed? What do you guys feel?
What you think? What you mean? What has changed?
Well,
I'm on this part. What you mean? That's what changed.
I'll tell you.
That's what changed.
Last year we were a rookie year, and I think they've, outside of Dustin, they've all been playing for 25 years. So this is our sophomore year. We've got another year under our belt. That was our first World Series. I mean, we're coming up, and we want their spot.
Pickup of Demo and Ethan. Yeah, right.
We want their spot, and we're coming to take it. We're coming to take your spot.
They picked up 2 guys. They picked up 2 guys who has routinely put foots in Chicago's asses over the past 10 years.
Whatever.
That's what happened.
Wow.
That's what happened.
No.
Hey, Dustin, White Lightning, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm right here. You guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Did you check out any of the games over the weekend?
I was in training, and I got stuck with my boys, so I didn't get to look at the game. So
no scouting. You're just going in.
Oh no. We scouted. Don't worry. I'm all over that. Don't worry.
I can hear by ear.
So
our spotters scouted, so we're good.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel coming out of watching them over the weekend? They went 1-2 over the weekend, or what? 2-2. Yeah, wait, I forget about the Sunday games. So 2-2 over the weekend. You know, they seemed a little bit beatable, but they had a strong couple showings.
Wait, who they beat? No, seriously. I know they beat Florida, but who else did they beat?
Both their games, both their wins were against Florida.
Yeah.
I didn't know they played for it.
All right, hold on. Let's talk about
the 8-5 game.
Let's talk about it. All right. So our first game was against the Heat. Our first game was against the Heat. And look, I mean, the first 3 innings, it was a close game. They blew it up on us, and they took the game. I mean, Fonzie is a great pitcher. That team has added a lot of talent. I think there were a lot of questions about the Heat going into that game, that weekend, and I think the Heat answered those questions. Our best game of the weekend was against the Chaos. Now, I know that we got the L, but look, that was a battle. Every single inning, the scores, the lead changed. And, you know, the Chaos are, as a team, they're as old as we are, but their players have been around a long time. They brought in Richie Flores. He's a great leader and a great player. And I tell you what, man, Cortez had a great game. Mike had a great game. We stuck with that team. And if it wasn't for a breakdown in the 6th inning, you know, I mean, the outcome could have been different. But it was a 10-point game for us.
We were 3 outs away from winning that game. So I think that's also something that people need to realize. I mean, like I said, he said Cortez, Mike did a great job of pitching. That was probably one of the better games that whole weekend. And, you know, it was probably one of those must-watch games. We like to be on the better end of that, yes. I'll be thinking about that game and what we could have done differently for a long time. But also, like I said, we'll be coming with our full team. And we didn't have Richie. We didn't have Ethan. We didn't also have a couple other players in that roster too last weekend, so we'll be at full strength when we see Chicago.
I gotta.
Yeah, but has your pitchers worked with Ethan yet?
Hold on. I've got a question actually for each of you about pitching. But real quick, just over the weekend, out of all the games, the game between the Archers in Atlanta was one of the games I had most interest in because you were 2 of the teams last year that really I came out of nowhere and were fighting for position late in the tournament. So it was cool to see the 2 of you match up so quickly. So first, for you guys archers, did Mike Curtis, did he pitch at all last year? Is this a new thing? Is he going to be doing a lot more pitching going forward?
Oh.
He pitched a little bit last year. He pitched in the Champaign tournament that they were talking about. That was his first time pitching last year in the Champaign tournament. And then also, I think 1 or 2 games in the World Series last year, he did pitch, I think, against a couple of the teams like the Braille Bandits, I think, last year. But going forward, I think the pitching combination of him and Mari, we scored a total of 32 runs in the World Series last year. This weekend, 4 games, we scored 34. So I think, just looking at where we are with pitching and going forward, I think we felt comfortable with those 2 leading the charge for us going into the season.
Nice. Glad to hear Mari still go be involved. And for Chicago, man, Chris made the big announcement last year that Chad Perry was retiring on our show, and it didn't seem like it lasted very long. What's up with our man Chad Perry?
Hey, Chad said he was retiring, and then
it's like everyone would be Ron Neal. You know how
I know, right?
Like and then
everybody but me and Seth have retired 5 times.
Yeah,
right. So he wasn't with us at the beginning, but then he came back and he's on for this year. And then we also got I call him B-Rock.
Brandon.
Hoodlum's son is pitching for us, and then we also got Chewy, Nick's grandson pitching. So yeah.
What about Nick? Where's Nick at these days?
Nick, go ahead, Rich.
Nick, we're still we're hoping to have him.
All right.
Nick, you know, Nick, he's like, it's hard for him. He's never gonna leave the mound, but
I mean, I honestly, he's somebody.
At 95 years old, though, you might need to step away.
I
don't know how old.
95 though.
And he's still moving better than a lot of these other
He's one of those pitchers that I just remember forever or whatever. I have no idea how old he is.
Right. I mean, when I got to know him in the 90s, he was elderly.
That grandpa knows how to pitch. He knows how to pitch. He's very good at it.
Oh, nobody doubts that.
He's scared from what happened in the World Series and stuff. We all know what happened. We don't need to reflect to the past, but we're using rookies now, and I'm hoping to go forward and they get a lot better.
And then Nick is kind of like being a pitching coach, and if you're gonna have a pitching coach, Nick is one of the best to have, right? But we still got him in the saddle.
Anything to keep Nicky in the game is cool with me. I love that dude.
What y'all need to do is go get Josh, because he's better than Chad.
Oh.
Wow. Yes, Josh says, Josh, the last time he pitched for us was a few years ago. And that was my first time hitting off with him. That's when back in the day, the Chicago Comets, we had like a lot of people. So we had like 2 teams, and he was hitting. His cadence was quicker, but he was precise. But he's a family man, and
Hey, it sounds like you guys have some young pitchers there.
Yes,
go forward. You know what I'm saying? Stop
right. That's the goal.
Build forward and stuff. I hear that.
The Comets, we kind of been rebuilding for like years, and
all right.
We're excited about what we got, and it's just training them. Just getting the consistency, getting all of that. They haven't really pitched live, so it's gonna be interesting.
I think
so if you guys come up with like
Brandon did pretty good.
If you guys come up with 2 runs,
that's right. Brandon did pitch last at the World Series. Yeah.
If you guys come up with 2 runs against the Archers, are you going to say, "Oh, well, they're just young pitchers"?
I would be. I believe I could beat it. We could beat them with the young pitchers.
I believe we gonna own both sides of the ball. I believe. We're gonna come through and take care of business.
I was trying to ask earlier.
It's gonna be an interesting year.
That's not important.
What was you gonna say, Neil?
If you were thinking of it, of course it's.
To work this hard, it loosens. It's funny.
And then what's so good about this with the Archers, right? So we got them again in Indy, and they in our bracket again. So gonna be
And
looking
again,
That's 2 more losses.
and
And
again, and I think we play each other 4 times. I think we'll play
Right,
each other this weekend, both Indy tournaments in Champaign. So,
Okay, yeah.
It's
So that'll
gonna
be
be
4 losses.
yeah, for you guys,
yeah,
for you, Richard.
for y'all.
Hey, look. There's no harm in going in the
But you
World
know what
Series ranked
great, though?
15th.
I
It's
like
fine.
Go ahead, Kim.
Go ahead, Kim. Let my girl talk, please. Go ahead, Kim.
What we think is really great, though, is that we have the competitiveness against each other, and then we go and play, like Kalari and I play on the Divas team together.
Yeah.
And I think that is one of the best things about beat ball is the camaraderie. And yes, we can have a good time, and we know we're going to kick their butts right now, but it's okay. We'll take it easy on them a little bit.
Hey, Richard. Remember that long ball?
Yeah, what up?
Remember the long ball contest we were talking about before the game?
Yeah.
Me, you, and Kim and Kalari. Me and Kim on one team. You and Kalari on one team.
But you guys are gonna have a
Okay.
Yeah,
You guys are
what long ball
you
competition?
gonna have
I'm
a
down.
long ball competition
down.
in April again, just between 2 teams.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's do it. What's the bet?
4 players. It's like when they do the golf thing with like Peyton Manning and Brady and Tiger Woods and Phil. So we got me versus Richard, Kalari versus
it's
Kim.
just like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
10
Hey,
pitches. 10
Mari just
pitches.
peeked in here. Mari
pitches.
just popped in here and she said, "We got this. It's all good."
Excellent.
All right.
Welcome, Mark.
Let's set the terms of this bet. What's the bet? What do we win when we win?
I had a competition I have a bet with David Crystal Smith and stuff, and the Jets versus Comets game. I lose, he takes my jersey. When I take his jersey, so we're gonna have to come up with we're gonna have to come up with something.
So it's the whole team.
Maybe some
White
t-shirts.
Lightning.
Maybe we got some t-shirts going on.
I think White Lightning
thought
just
you said
suggested
that
that
we
the
get
loser
Illinois.
has to leave their jerseys behind.
This sounds
Yeah,
like
that's not happening.
I don't like
That's
that
not
idea.
happening.
I do it.
Now give me my jersey, man.
any of your
Buy
merchandise.
new jerseys. Someone that's to buy new
I
jerseys.
know we're gonna win. I know we're
Yeah,
gonna
so-
win, but I don't like leaving the jerseys behind because I love my jersey. Even though we're gonna win though, but
No. First of all, we're not leaving none of mine because mine's got my name on it. I'm taking my jersey with me.
I think. What do you think? What do you think about this? The losing team treats the winning team to the Better Cities pizza. I don't know. Something fun like that. I don't know.
How about $1?
Are you guys coming to Bolingbrook or no?
Fun.
No, we weren't invited.
I can't imagine you're going to get better pizza in St. Louis than you can in Chicago.
That's some fighting words right there.
Well,
That's
you
some
never
fighting
had
words.
Springfield, so I don't know how Springfield's pizza is. So I was gonna say, like, if they came to Chicago.
Free
I don't know.
I
I
how
gotta
about
think of
this?
something.
free
Good.
tickets for the St. Louis Cardinals or the
For the
Hey,
whole
Hey,
team.
now you're extreme.
Yeah,
Hey, yeah,
a
do
little crazy.
We win. Richard and Kalari got to rock Archer's hats in Bolingbrook.
In a picture.
In
Okay, and when
Bolingbrook.
we win, y'all gotta rock Comets.
guys
And
keep
Right.
forgetting about
I mean,
Lightning.
In Indiana.
In Champaign.
Indiana.
Indiana, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Champaign?
Okay. Indiana. Yeah.
There has to be pictures taken and posted to the nation so it lives forever.
yeah.
With all
If
text.
they lose, they have to wear something of Chicago Comets.
Yeah, but we have the best hats ever. We have vaporwave hats now, and they're awesome. I think Chad's wearing his now,
I
aren't you,
got
Chad?
mine on. Yeah, check it out right there.
Yeah, you lose that in on Saturday or
All right,
Sunday.
so yeah, so that's
Yeah.
it. That's it. So
Well,
after we beat y'all butts,
Uh-huh.
y'all gonna put on our comments, That sounds great,
Chad, for the blind audience, describe the hat.
Well, the hat is a trucker style hat. It's a black hat. It has our vaporwave logo. And if you guys
Hold on,
remember,
what is I'm sorry,
Yeah,
what's a
I don't
trucker-
know. What
What's
is a
a
trucker style hat?
Yeah.
you guys know what a trucker
And
style
what's a
hat is?
vaporwave, whatever you said?
No,
Okay, you guys.
I know
Okay,
what a cowboy hat is.
one at a time. So it's a ball cap, but it's got mesh. Everybody, like the mesh, like the little plastic mesh. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what they call a trucker style
Oh,
hat.
I never knew
I
that.
I didn't make up the name.
It's a snapback.
It's a snapback. It's a snapback.
Okay.
It's a mesh
I got
snapback.
just so basically a ball cap. I never knew that the mesh made it a trucker style cap.
But
it must be a Missouri sort of thing.
Probably.
Now, when I had
got,
eyesight back in the 70s, I remember seeing hats like that.
I didn't say that they didn't have hats like that. They called them trucker hats.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah. So our
Jason,
vaporwave
you do
logo.
audio description. You should probably do it.
Describe the
All
hat.
right, so a vaporwave logo is what?
So basically,
Jago?
the vaporwave logo on this hat is basically like a half arch with the arrow sticking through it. With the columns are like blue, like a teal and a pink across the with the outline in the arch and the Gateway Archers logo.
Okay. You know, you guys always talk about Kalari and Richard, but your biggest threat is White Lightning. I'll keep scoring over and over by 4 times.
Yeah, that's what I want to see a race between White Lightning and Demo.
Oh my God! Why would you do that?
Wait a minute. Just in practice, like, wait a minute. And as y'all say, we just got outdoors. Dustin bust a 4.8 in practice, and that's just getting started. Just getting started.
Dustin
great.
Dustin is the best player on the Comets, hands down.
Mm-hmm. Dustin's going to be up to bat 3 times. So let's say he gets 3 runs. You guys are still done. I mean, everyone else is done. DUN done.
Nah, man, we coming through smash. And even the AKA Black Turtle about to score.
And look, but
Black Thunder.
He runs a 4.8. Kalari, he runs a 4.8.
You know, every
the rest
time
of
you
you
say
run
Black Turtle, I keep thinking of that Black Betty song.
This game you guys are playing, is it a double header? Or are you just playing the one game? Is all this for one game?
There's 2 games.
So the first game. Oh, go ahead, Jason.
Oh no! So we're playing 2 games. First game will be actually there is going to be the Secretary of State who's been who's been very gracious in the state of Illinois with blind services throughout his history. The trophy is going to be a Secretary of State trophy. So there actually is a trophy in the line. Also in the line, the MVP of this game will be getting the championship belt for outlined as well. So in the second game that we'll be playing, we're going to try some of the rules that the league has been experimenting with or maybe wanting to experiment with. Of course, 3 strikes. Also, we will be having 7 batters and 7 fielder lineups. So trying that out as well. And also the possession rule that Coach Herzog laid out last year will also be in play for that game as well.
I believe, Seth, aren't you in favor of the 7-player edition?
Yeah, I am. I think it would be good.
Well, we're doing a universal DH as well, Jason, right? So we'll have a universal DH. So there'll be 7 batters, 6 players, and 1 DH. So
that's right. So
taking a page out of Major League Baseball.
So you'll have 7 fielders, but 6 batters and a DH.
Nope.
Right, but there will be 7 people in the field, right?
Yeah, 7 people in the field. 7 people in the line.
And 7 batters. That's pretty cool. What time is the game going to be played? It's on Saturday, correct?
1 o'clock.
Yep. 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock Central Time, correct?
Yeah, Central Time. Come on, what are we? California?
Exactly right. We are. But you never know.
I have a question for
you. Then
Archers, I got a question for you guys because I have been interested in this. The Artemis bow thing, right? I thought that was like a cool idea. I was like, man, I should bring that to my little 11U flag football team or whatever. A, who thought of that? And then B, did you guys not do the Artemis bow or whatever thing during the games over the tournament? I didn't see you guys announce a winner for each game over the tournament, or is that just a practice thing?
We actually did pick a winner for each game. We just didn't take the time to get the pictures. This whole thing came from Mike Curtis. Last year we were practicing twice a week, and as everybody knows, that's a lot of practice. And in the first couple of months, it goes well, but then you kind of get into it, and it's rough. So This was his idea to
Could you
kind of spice
explain
up
more?
practice.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Could you explain what that is?
Sure.
What you guys are talking about?
So our team name is the Gateway Archers. We're
Right.
named after the Gateway Arch, but there is an arrow and an obvious tie to archery. So our coach brought a bow, and after every single practice and every game, the person who received the bow at the last event is responsible for awarding the bow to the best performing player in the subsequent event.
Practice,
So
right.
the bow gets passed around. We take a picture with it. It really is just a way to keep each other motivated, to appreciate each other for our hard work, and to keep our practices lively. You know, something else we've done this year, we have a little game that we play at the end of every practice. So when you practice as much as we do, you have to work hard to keep everybody engaged, to keep it fun, and keep it exciting. And the bow is one of the ways that we're able to do that.
So if Chicago wins this weekend, will they be getting the bow?
They will not be getting the bow. They will not be getting the bow.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Not the line.
If they want to take on the role of being the junior archers, we'll buy them a little tiny bow and let them give that to each other. We'll give them one of those little kitty bows, and it'll be great. They'll love that.
Hey, Kalari,
exactly.
Kalari and Kim, you guys talked about playing on the Dynamic Divas together in the Wool game. Could one or both of you talk about, because I think it's really cool, the scholarship that Wool is, I believe you're calling it a scholarship that you guys are giving out?
Grant. I'll talk about that.
Grant?
This is
All right.
Yeah, we just, want to give back to the women because all the ladies been showing up for Wool. And as you know, I'm very passionate about it. I've been in this league 20-something years. And just it's been warming my heart seeing more women come out, because I remember I was like me and just maybe one or two other females in the league. It was tough.
Small
and
group.
now we got a burst of women coming, and it's just to give back to our women for supporting with us and rolling with us, and it's cool. And the deadline is June 15th, so ladies, come on, send y'all your bios in and everything, and we'll pick. Yeah, Kim, you can apply for it too. It's for all the Wool players.
Richard, you can apply for it too.
But hey. So it.
Hey, I do have to ask, how are you gonna feel when I smoke you in this hitting contest and me being me being a chick?
Hitting.
Oh, okay. That did not sound like hitting. I was like, whoa, where are we going?
Hold on, where's everybody's mic going?
Hey, well, hold on. Tap the brakes. Go back to this grant. To be more clear, so if I remember right, Kalari, it's for any female player that's going to the World Series for their first time, right?
No, it's not just first time. It's anytime. Any woman that's ever played with us over the years. Yep. So,
all right.
Yep.
So who picks for it, Kalari?
That's with the Wool committee. So we're a 3-person committee. So we're gonna read the best, and somebody be the tiebreaker.
And the Wool committee can't put it in, right? Their own?
No, I can't apply for it.
Yeah.
Kalari's the 2022 winner.
but it's just because Wool is so important, and I'm so happy to see more females coming out and playing and hanging with these dudes,
So Kalari, I'm wearing my plug-in headphones. When do I get my iPod or AirPod Pros? When are you sending me those? Tell me about my new AirPod Pros.
Well, if you go ahead and buy some raffle tickets, you may win.
Hey, Richard, let me ask you a question.
Big one, Chad.
What's up?
Since you've been playing the longest with Kalari, I'm thinking you'd be the best one to answer this. Is it only in the Wool game, or is she always a ball hog?
No. You know what? I'm not coming on this show. She's one of the few people. So when her and I do occasionally we'll play Too Short, and when her and I do play Too Short, she's one of the few that like we have good communication. We don't collide. I mean, her and I are kind of like on that, like, you know, that's mine. You know.
Yeah, we both go.
You know,
So
if
you're saying she lets plenty of balls get by her.
I'm done. Kim, you see this? Kim, we both done this. I'm done, man.
Last year she came all the way over on my side, but we were communicating the whole time. She's like, "Oh, I didn't realize you were right there."
See, and that's all it is communicate. If I can get there, and I can get there before the person it's hit at, you know, more power to me. And if we're talking, and I feel I have a better angle, it's, you know, it's all me.
That's just about communication, you know what I'm saying?
Anyway,
Neil, that comes with chemistry too. Like, you know, me and Rich been playing like forever together. Like you and Bam, you and Bam Bam, like Demo and Ethan. You know what I'm saying? It's the chemistry that you have, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Hey, Demo, speak about that, actually. You mentioned Ethan might be with us tonight, and unfortunately he didn't make it, but when's the last time you and Ethan were on a field together playing against another team?
1980.
When did you say?
2018 in Eau Claire was the last time we
not as far, but how excited are you to get on the field with him this weekend?
I'm ready. It's be the first time I've been back on the field with Richie also since 2018. So,
well, how'd that tournament do? Did you guys play the Heat that tournament?
In 2018. Yeah, we played the Heat.
Did you win?
No, we didn't win. We lost.
I'm just saying.
Man, Seth is great.
Hey, maybe you guys shouldn't play together. It might be like bad luck or something. Because now you're time. You know? I mean, bro.
Hey,
last time we were all together, we played Chicago. We won for sure.
Yeah.
We have to wind this down a little bit because we're going to be losing our man, Mr. Frazier, before too long. But to close on the game coming up before, because I do want us to talk about the tournament that was just played over the weekend a little bit. But I totally lost track.
I thought you had to jump in. You had to be the big man. Tell everybody what you want to say.
A last thought on the game, or a last word on the game that's coming up. Even though we've been talking a lot, well, not we, but there's been a lot of trash talk and things being thrown around. I guess it has to be said that there's an outside possibility that weather may have an effect on the game. So if people have listened to the show and are looking for the game on Saturday, because we are releasing the show as soon as Frankie gets the editing done, so it'll be out either tonight, Wednesday, or Thursday, and be up before the game. But just in case people can't find the game, it's possible that weather will have an effect. Jason, do you have any official word on what the weather situation will be?
Still looking at the forecast. Hopefully, you know, we can get some things moving out in the next 12 hours that'll indicate that we have better chance of getting this game in. I've been working, and I also want to give kudos. I know she's not in this interview tonight from Chicago, Christina Smears, who's been working with me pretty closely on setting up a lot of things for this game, too, so kudos to her on that end. But, yeah, we've been kind of communicating on what the next steps are if we need to probably maybe reschedule this game if weather is going to be an issue for Saturday. Hopefully not, but you know, we do have a plan B in progress.
Well, tell Chicago stop praying for rain. That's all. That's all. Whatever,
Demo. You think that when I put you out Saturday, you remember that? I ain't fat headed to.
Shoot, man, I'm gonna do you any weather, bro.
You got to be kidding me, man! It's gonna be raining beat balls on you guys. Your back line better get on it because it's coming. It's coming.
When it comes to storms and rain and stuff, why do you think they call me? Oh, Lightning got to do a lot better in the rain than because this field is a lot more slippery, so I'm a lot more slick. So take that because I'm coming for you guys. You better be on.
I see a comet crashing to the earth this weekend.
White Lightning doesn't sound as exciting without like wild.
That's a mic drop
climatic
right
weather.
there.
Crazy
It's
weather.
a mic drop.
Hey, so this past weekend there was a tournament in Athens, Georgia, hosted by the Atlanta Chaos that seemed to go pretty smooth. I know there was base issues and ball issues, but the amazing.
But besides that, it went fine.
Well, look, I mean,
I heard it happen.
they're able, excuse me, to get through the tournament. But what blows me away really, Seth Dog, like yes, I sat back and checked out some of the games, is it's April and there's already teams traveling to tournaments like that. And there's more games going on this week, and there's another tournament in the middle of May already, plus 2 more in June. It's crazy how much beat ball is being played compared to like when you and I were in our heyday, especially me. I guess it's been more like this while you've been playing, but man, it's Seth Dog, I'm tripping out on all the games that are being played already.
I think it's credit to your show. I mean, you have made beat ball relevant year round, and so teams just want to play. Man, we love this game, and we want to play year round. So
you guys, I wish that was true. I appreciate the attempt. You guys were on the ground. Demo, man, start with you. Like how, as far as the tournament goes, like from the outside looking in, it seems like Value City Heat, their new group together, seems to already have a pretty good rhythm together.
Oh man, they suck. Did you not see it? No, let me stop. Let me stop. What we saw about Value City this weekend, they definitely have pieces. It's going to be interesting to see what they look like at the end of the season when we get to Beaumont and after Beaumont, because they got a lot of new pieces that still have to gel together and get their timing down with Fonzie.
That was what kind of impressed me, though. It's like, I mean, I know you're right, and I, as they were putting that team together, wondered more on defense how they would gel together, and that's the side I was kind of impressed with. They seem to, I'm not saying they're going to be the best defense out at the World Series, but they already now in April seem to kind of have a good feel together.
Yeah. I love to run into them at Beaumont at 4th Street.
Don't run into
love
the
to use that? You calling for that?
I would love to. I would love to have that game.
Another 15th place team talking out of turn, Neil Dog. Just go buy it. Don't worry about it.
You got to be kidding me. We want another shot. I mean, Fonzie got off to a great start, and we got off to a slow start. I mean, and there's no denying that. And they got some hitters. But we think with our full squad and a little bit more practice under our belt that we might give them something. So, I mean, we need the time, but we think we can.
I love your coach speak, man. I know if we practice real hard and everything goes well, we might be able to compete with them. It's like, come on, man.
But I think we kind of showed that. I think we kind of showed that last year a little bit. We got off to a slow start at the beginning of the tournaments we played in, but by the time the World Series, everybody thought the same thing that you're thinking, and then we showed teams something. So I think as long as the season keeps going, we get better. We've proven that in our first season. I think that'll be the case going forward. So, we're optimistic. I said Bayou City Heat's a great team. There's a lot of great teams in this league, but we're not scared of any of them.
I gotta have that attitude.
Yeah, you can't be finally somebody to stand up and speak strong. I like it, man.
He said the same thing I did. What are you talking about? Come on.
But he said it with a strong conviction.
He didn't coach speak it, man.
I think Bayou City, along with us and a number of other teams, will be fighting to get in that top 5. So it's going to be a dogfight.
Just to mention all the teams that played in the tournament, Value City Heat went 4-0, winning the tournament. The Atlanta Chaos went 2-2 with both of their losses coming to the Heat, taking second place in the tournament. The Archers went 2-2, taking third place. And then the Palm Beach County Braille Bandits finished 4th. You guys gave them a pretty strong whooping in the 11-0 game. You don't see a lot of donuts hung in beat baseball, but that one caught my attention. I was like, wow, they hung the donut. That's you don't do that very often in beat baseball, so that was impressive.
Well, I'll tell you what, our coach Mike and Jason got together, and we went back to an older style defense and moved a couple pieces around, and that really shut them down. And they struggled to hit, but when they did, we were on them. It wasn't even close.
Sounds like you're playing chess or something.
We are, bro.
And you guys are playing checkers.
You guys are playing checkers. We're playing chess.
Whatever.
Jason, while you were out there at the tournament, we talked about the Heat a little bit and your own team. Did anything else from the tournament stand out to you that we haven't mentioned?
I mean, I think you probably an indication from what we're hearing about Beaumont, the fields are fast. Those fields were fast in Athens, like probably the fastest fields we played on so far in all the tournaments we played on. So that was kind of one thing that we did notice. One thing to say, like, it's also that we know now, as we talk about getting better by the end of the season, we're going to make those adjustments on how to play on faster fields that we haven't been playing on. So we know that's the thing we need to work on, and maybe our alignment. So yeah, I think just noticing that was something that kind of caught my attention.
Talk about faster fields. Do you think that Springfield will be a fast field? I don't know anything about their grass. I know about Illinois, but I don't know anything about their grass. If it's bumpy like Champaign, if it's gonna be a slick like Bolingbrook, or if it's gonna be thick like Indiana.
I feel like they're gonna be very similar to probably what we play in Indiana, just from looking at the field. So, something a little bit similar to that.
Okay, then that'll be it.
So then you're saying for Demo, I need to move up to the 40-foot line.
yes, please,
please.
Yes, move everybody up to the 40-foot line.
After the way he hit in Athens, you might not want to do that. You might get hurt.
Demo dropped 4 runs in that 11-0 game.
It don't matter if I get out. If I get hurt, as long as I get the out, I'm good.
Don't tell him, Jason.
Before we wrap this up,
we picking balls out the air. All right. So.
You got jetpacks?
Before we wrap this up, let Mr. Frazier get on to his next appointment. Chad Dillon and White Lightning, do you guys have anything left for each other?
You know what? No. Whoever wins, best man gives it. You know, we're professionals. We are entertainers, and
how much you get paid?
When you guys
we get paid by we get paid by whatever grants that we get.
All right.
Funny, except for whooping each other's asses.
I'm excited to hit the ball so far over White Lightning's head that he's gonna like, what was that? It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I know he's excited, and I know he's an excitable guy. I don't know how well he loses, and so I'm just hoping that his team is there for him in his time of sorrow and need, and just really comfort him.
Because, I can't wait to wipe dirt off your face when I fair and square. You're gonna be crying to your mama, and she wouldn't be able to help you.
Ow! Now we got to bring moms into this, man.
All right. That's where we stop. That's where we stop. No mom joke.
Now that's a mama joke right there.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be having a drink on the side, waiting on you guys to act crazy.
Oh, I don't drink.
Yeah.
You do not want to get Seth and I started on mama jokes.
All right. And I wish you guys the best of luck. I hope you guys put up some runs. Let's not see like a 3-1
we're gonna get the best
strikeout fest out there and stuff like that. Both of you guys.
Hey, Neil, any score predictions?
Any score predictions?
Ooh. Oh, that's what we should have a little poll down
I'm
below.
I'll say 8-5 Chicago.
8-5.
I was gonna
putting
go a
up 5
little
myself.
more.
What are you talking about?
21 to
You guys driving 4 hours to score 5 runs? Come on.
I'm putting 5 myself.
They are.
About 8-5.
I'm saying this is what I'm predicting. I'm predicting 15-10 Chicago.
16-10 Archers.
8-7, like I did back at Champagne.
What's your
Hey,
prediction, White
I
Lightning?
didn't even play. I didn't play in Champagne. I sat out.
It's good.
What's
if
your
they're-
prediction?
If they're as good as they say they are, then I could predict it would be like a 10-8 type of game. If are we playing with 4 strikes or 3 strikes, then that would depend on.
Playing with
Four.
3
We're doing the
strikes.
3 strikes.
4.
3
You're
strikes.
playing
4
2
strikes,
games,
4
though.
strikes.
1 with 4, 1 with 3.
Right, the
First
second
one has
game is
4.
You know, I forgot about the 7-player thing. I actually was thinking higher score, but now that I'm
But they're
thinking
going
back,
to
that's for the
play
second
they're
game.
going to play a
That's the
regular
second
game.
game.
oh,
They're
okay.
going to play
The
a
first
regular
game is
game.
the first game is the one for the trophy, and that's
Fields.
regular
Oh,
NBPA
okay.
rules.
Oh,
And once I
okay.
roll through and take the belt and the trophy, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold up. Kim, how many we winning by? We run ruling them?
Ooh.
I don't know about that, but I think it'll definitely. I think it's going to be a well played game, and I think it's going to be probably 13-10 in our favor.
Oh, that's heartburn. That's heartburn. Oof.
Dream on.
Well, this is the thing. I will say this: it's going to be a really good game. I think each team is going to be really good defensively. You know, so
you know what we're
I
going
think
to do
it's going
after
to be
it's all over?
it's going to be a really competitive game.
You know what we're going to do after it's all over, Kalari?
What?
We're going to hug it out because
Aw.
this is all for fun. This is all for fun.
Now with
This is
Demo, I
all-
might kick him though.
This
I
is
might.
this has
all
been
right.
I
Yeah.
don't do b-ball for fun. I'm
this
just letting
has
you
been
know.
so much. I understand that, but this has been so much fun, as mentioned earlier, that we've got the whole nation paying attention to what's going on.
Because of us. We
And
did
the amount of actual love between us is high, and I don't think they all get it. But look, we're gonna try and beat each other's brains out, and then we're gonna hug it
Afterwards,
out.
we're gonna hug it out.
And then we're gonna hug it out.
Hell
my
yeah,
girl.
that's what I'm talking
Kill my
about.
girl.
In the
Take your
end,
beat down like a man in front of the nation.
in the end, we couldn't have come together and done this episode if you guys weren't friendly about everything that's going on. But we do need to wrap it up, get Mr. Frazier out of here, and get this off to Frank Porter so we could get it out to everybody.
Sounds good.
But thank you, everyone, for joining us and having fun on the show with this game. And good luck to you guys. I hope you get to play it.
Chicago!
Archers,
Bullseye.
Archers,
Bullseye.
Later, guys. Thank you.